So a lot of us Mortal Kombat fans have been waiting for a long time. Now, apparently the 12th game is set to be released in April of 2023. We don't have an exact date yet, but at least we kind of get an idea. Now, I went to Mortal Kombat fandom, and assuming that this is accurate, and who knows, maybe they could be playing a trick on us just to kind of keep us guessing. Now, let's see so here's what the plot states. So here's what it says about after defeating Kronika, Liu Kang became a fire god and married with Kitana. He and Kitana protected the Earth Realm and Outworld together. Unfortunately, Shang Tsung returned. Okay, I don't know how he returned because he was clearly killed by Liu Kang in the last game, which was Mortal Kombat 11, what they're describing right here. So I don't know if another character had revived him or that's yet to be revealed. And we're going to have to wait a while before we see what happens with that. It says he used his soul to resurrect Kentaro and Onaga. Then Onaga became more powerful and he resurrected the combatants who were dead. Quan Chi, Sindel, Melina, Noob Saibot, Tanya. Now it says here in parentheses, except Noob Saibot and Quan Chi, the other deceased combatants returned as revenants. Apart from these deceased combatants, the other combatants such as Scarlet, Rain, and Reptile also joined Onaga's allies. In order to conquer all the realms, Fire God Liu Kang should unite all of his allies to fight against Onaga. Now, it says Shang Tsung used his soul to resurrect Kentaro and Onaga. But is that saying... I'm going to leave that up to you guys to kind of help me speculate that. It's good to see, even though Kentaro is a villain himself, but it's good to see him return. Hopefully he's a playable character in that game because I felt that he was underrated. He didn't get enough attention. Out of all the Mortal Kombat games, he was only in, Mortal Kombat 2. So he was a sub-boss in MKs 2 and 3. He was absent throughout 4, 5, and 6 because he was dead that whole time. He came back in 7. He was playable there, and that was actually the first time he was playable. Skip 8. He was in 9 as a sub-boss character, and he was in the story a little bit. He wasn't in 10 because it was heavily implied that he was killed there. I think there's something in one of the comic books that details how he got killed, but I didn't read any of the comic books. I just play the games and watch the story, and I've watched the shows and the movies and stuff. So he might be a playable character in that game, and hopefully... So this tells me right here that if this is true, Onaga is more than likely to be the boss character for MK12. And I'm willing to bet that it's probably going to be more difficult to fight him there than even it was in Deception and Armageddon, which were the 6th and 7th games. Now, the epilogue states, after defeating Onaga, Shang Tsung was imprisoned. However, Blaze was resurrected and returned. Now, that adds a whole new set of questions. It says, after defeating Onaga, Shang Tsung was imprisoned. So, then that comes to another question. Well, then who defeated Onaga? Was it Liu Kang or was it Shang Tsung? Or did Liu Kang and Shang Tsung team up, put their differences aside to fight Onaga, who is the greater enemy? I don't exactly know how that's all going to turn out, and I'm excited to see this game when it comes out. You best believe I'll be getting it. If not the day it's released, then for sure the weekend it's released. Who knows? If it's not, it might be out of stock by that time because everybody's going to rush to get it. Who knows? I might have to order it online and, so on and so forth. Characters. Base roster. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang, Raiden, Johnny, Reptile, Shang Tsung. Okay, so Shang Tsung will be playable in that. Nightwolf, Sector, Jax. Okay, so a lot of it says unplayable boss, Onaga. Pre-order bonus, Kentaro. So, okay. So Kentaro, it looks like he's going to be a playable character in that game. Downloadable content characters and combat packs. Noob Saibot, Nitara, who's the female, the vampires. She was only in Mortal Kombat's 5 and 7. She had a brief appearance in 6, but wasn't playable. She was just had a cameo in the Conquest mode. Striker, Shujinko. It might be good to see Shujinko return because Shujinko was only in 6 and 7. I think his name was mentioned in one of the other games, but he wasn't shown. So he's another character that I felt was kind of underrated. And hopefully it's going to be a really epic story. Hopefully the gameplay is going to be just right for what it is. I'm assuming that the game's going to be released on PS5 and Xbox Series XS. I'm more of a PlayStation person, so to all the Xbox fans, that's good for XS, and for PlayStation fans, it's going to be on PS5. So this is kind of what we expect here, folks. It's going to be really great, and we will see what happens when the game is released. I'm excited, and you should be too.